Hate is not just a word, it's a weapon. And most people are carrying it and don't even know that they're armed. It's the mirror somebody can't look into without flinching. It's in a hand that clutches a bag tighter when you walk by. It's in a glance to whisper, the door that doesn't open, the job that doesn't call you back. All because of something as simple, as innocent as the color of the skin that you're born in. 4 letters have started wars. 4 letters have ended friendship, torn apart family, turned neighbors into enemies, and children into casualties before they even understood what was going on. 4 letters have convinced good people to do evil and convinced broken people that they deserved to stay broken. So no, hate is not just a strong word. Hate is a fire. And if you don't name it, if you don't confront it, if you don't rip it out by its roots, it will burn everything down that you love. It will burn you down as well. So tonight, I'm not asking you to be comfortable. I'm asking you to look that hate that you carry into his eyes. The hate that you survive. And the hate that you might still be feeding. And I'm asking you to make a decision now. Because of a 4-letter word that was put in there. And it's going to take something greater than those 4 letters to take it out. Hate. Hate. What is it? Where did it come from? We are born into this world. Every single child comes into this life out of love. I've never, not once, seen a baby express hate. I've never seen a toddler look at another child and hate them for the color of the skin that they were born in. Hate is not in the blood. Hate is not in the cries of a newborn. So what happened? How did people end up like this? I'll tell you exactly how. Hate is learned. Nobody is born to hate. You learn it. You learn it from your parents. You learn it from your environment. That's why you might look at somebody who doesn't look like you. Different skin, different hair, different size, different origin. And feel something ugly rise up inside of you. Not because they did anything to you, but because your mother hated them. Because your father hated them. Because your grandfather hated them. Before that, and somewhere along the way, without even choosing it, that hate became you. And then there's the hate that turns inward. The self-hate. The hate that has you looking in the mirror and seeing nothing but what's wrong. That didn't come from nowhere either. They came from the trauma you carried as a child. Treatment you never asked for. Abuse you didn't deserve. Vile words spoken over you by somebody who was supposed to love you. Somebody who brought you into this world and supposed to have protected you, not poisoned you. Maybe it was the seed planted years ago, finally blooming now. The seed of you'll never amount to anything. The seed of you're uneducated. The seed of you are savage. Said so many times, in so many ways, that eventually you stopped fighting it. And you started to believe it. So hear me clearly. Hate is not something we do naturally as humans. It is something that we learn. From your environments, from your experiences, from the people who were supposed to raise you up, and instead they tore you down. But here's the part that matters the most. It is up to you whether you let those experiences turn you to somebody with hate rooted so deep it becomes who you are. You didn't choose the seeds that were planted inside of you, but you do get to choose what you let grow. His skin is different. Her hair is different. Their body is different. But hear me. Let me tell you what I really hear when I hear you talk about this. I wish my skin was that color. I wish my hair moved like that. I wish my body was shaped like that. That's not hate, that's an insecurity you're wearing as a mask. And instead of facing it, instead of looking inward and healing what's broken inside of you, You rather project it, push it onto somebody else, turn your unmet desires into their enemy. All because they're different from you. And society has just justified this for you. Handed you a script and called it your truth. Showed the world images of us as savages, thugs, drug addicted, uneducated, and told you, see, your hate was reasonable. Is it true? Not at all. Not a bit of it is true. Now some of you will say, well, how do you explain what we see on the news? How do you explain the ones who fit the description? And I'll tell you this. Yes, some of our people have given in to the oppression, but some does not beat all. We have always flourished as people. If you know our history, and I mean if you really know it, not just the slavery they taught you in a month, you'll know that we've built empires, built movements, built brilliance out of nothing, over and over again. I'm not talking about slavery. I'm talking about people who had drugs pumped into their communities like poison into a well. And people who get knocked down by a system built to hate them for simply existing. And they get back up again and again and again. Tell me, who wouldn't get tired? So, what you're seeing, what you point to and call your proof, is not who we are. It's the hate that lives in some of our people. The hate of being oppressed. The hate of being told that this is who you are. Until finally they said, fuck it. I'll be exactly who you are afraid of. The hate of, I gotta live like this. All because I was born different. This is a different kind of hate. Nobody wakes up in the morning and just decides, this is the life I want to live. When you look into that mirror, and I mean really look, what comes to mind? Is it the thought of wishing you were a different complexion? A thought of changing your hair, changing your facial structure? Not because you want a new style, but because somewhere deep inside of you, you don't feel like you're good enough as is. That's self-hate talking. And self-hate is strong. It will make you see fault in everything that you do. It will have you standing next to somebody else's life, comparing your chapter 1 to their chapter 20, and convincing you that you'll never measure up, never be enough, never be right. So let me ask you something. Do you think God made a mistake when He made you? For He makes no mistakes. Your imperfections are not proof that something went wrong. They are not evidence that you were just an afterthought. They are there for a reason, to test something in you, to see if you can look at yourself, flaws and all, and still choose love. To see if you can love yourself despite a world that crucifies you daily for the sin of simply being different. Because here's what nobody told you. You were never supposed to go looking out into the world for love. That love was supposed to live inside of you first. No mirror, no comment section, no room full of people, no society built on somebody else's standard of beauty. None of it. Can you love you the way you're supposed to love you? So stop waiting on the world to hand you permission to feel worthy. Go find it yourself, because it's already there. Now before we go, let's go back to where we started. Hate, 4 letters, not born in you, learned by you, planted in you by your parents, who were hurting by a society that profits off of your division. By trauma you never asked for, and abuse you didn't deserve. But hear me, and hear me good. Just because it was planted does not mean that you have to let it grow. You are not what happened to you. You are not the seeds somebody else put in your soil. You are what you choose to do with the ground you were given. So today, right now, I need you to make a decision that hate stops with you, not with your children, not with the next generation, with you, right here, right now, in this room. Decide that when you look into that mirror, you will not see a mistake. You will see a masterpiece that God is still working on. Decide that your skin does not need to be different. Your hair does not need to be different. Your body does not need to be different. You are not the problem. The lie you were told is the problem. Decide that when you see somebody who does not look like you, does not talk like you, does not worship like you, does not love like you, you would choose curiosity over contempt. You would choose understanding over judgment. You would refused to hand down what was handed to you. Because somebody has to break the cycle. Somebody has to be the one who says, it stops with me. So why not you? You have survived oppression. You have survived trauma. You have survived a world that told you who you were before you ever got the chance to decide for yourself. And you are still here, still standing, still breathing. That is not an accident. That is purpose. So don't you dare walk out of here the same person who walked in. Walk out and love the skin that you're in. Walk out and love the person in the mirror. Walk out and plant something different in the next generation. Plant love where hate used to live. Plant healing where trauma used to live. Plant purpose where pain used to live. Because hate is 4 letters, but so is love. And it's time that we decide which 4 letters are going to define us. So remember, you are phenomenal. If anybody tell you otherwise,